Hey real estate agents, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to cover a critical topic. How do you set up systems while you're still selling real estate nonstop, right? If you're an agent who's feeling overwhelmed, your workload is too much, you can't keep up with it, then this video is for you because I'm going to share a couple simple tips and processes that will help you take your life back. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Guillermo Salas. I'm a former attorney turned real estate agent. I've closed over 1,500 transactions in my career. And on this YouTube channel, I'm going to share every tip, trick, system, and process that I've ever created to create a massive real estate business. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, but more importantly, in my video description is my calendar link. Don't be shy, go out there and schedule a free business consultation, a free strategy session, and I'm happy to go into this topic or any other real estate related topic at a deeper level. All right, let's get into it. Why are systems important? Well, the reality is time is our most valuable asset, right? We can create pretty much anything else, more of anything else except time. We have the amount of time that we're ever going to get. However, a lot of us agents, we know this, yet we just allow ourselves to go through our day and react to things rather than proactively manage our business. The solution is systems, right? Systems allow us to streamline our processes, keeps us organized, and actually frees up time to do the thing that you do best, which is go ahead and sell real estate. The other thing about systems is understanding exactly what a system is. A lot of us like, oh, I got to create systems, but I don't know what that means. So let's clarify what that means. A system is not this magical, mystical thing. It's simply identifying what you do in your day-to-day business that makes you good, right? And slowing down to document it. I did that very often with videos. And then when you're slowing down to document what it is, you can't help but find where the inefficiencies are, right? Let me use an example. For instance, you're drawing an agreement of sale. So slow down means share your screen, video record it, use Zoom, right? Share your screen and video record it. And as you're filling in, this is a real life example for me. As I was filling in the agreement of sale, I was like, oh man, I'm filling all these fields over and over and over. Let me pause. Let me go back. I use zip forms and create a template for how I'm going to write an agreement of sale when I'm representing a buyer. So there exactly is a perfect example of a process and a system you can implement. Now you're going to go back, create templates for buyer contracts, listing contracts, all that stuff. And that now you're going to document it with the video so that when you got to go back and do it or teach somebody else, it's now documented. It is a system. So no mystery about what a system is anymore. It's simply what you're doing, slow down, document it, and now it becomes a system. And in that process, you'll find efficiencies that are going to help you elevate your career and save more time. All right, the next thing that I want to share is let's identify the 4 key areas initially where you're going to get the most bang for your buck in terms of creating a system. So number 1 is lead generation and follow-up systems. Number 2 is transaction management systems. Number 3 is marketing. And number 4 is client communications. Okay, so let's go deeper on this. Lead generation and follow-up. That's like everything. I've been hitting this one hard. CRM, set up a CRM. It's going to help you track your leads, follow up with the prospects, and also potential clients that you're working with, right? And within that system, it's you're going to have the technology. It's putting the clients in. It's identifying, hey, I've got buyers, I got sellers, I got closed clients, I've got hot, warm, cold leads. And within that CRM, it's a lot of these already have set up campaigns. Utilize them, right? Or create your own. Let's just focus on the follow-up part of the business because, we talk about all the time, the money's lost in the follow-up. A great system to put in place with follow-up is hot, cold, and warm. And so for me, hot is somebody's going to buy within the next 30 days. Cool. Have a campaign that automates the process. Like, hey, I've got to keep in contact with that person every single week. Warm every 2 weeks, cold every month, right? And so that's a simple system that will help elevate your career, free up your time, and get you to focus on the other things that you need to do. Okay, system number 2 is transaction management. Absolutely, that is one of the areas that can absolutely elevate your career because it takes you out of the minutia. Getting a transaction management system or a manager, leveraging somebody else, hugely important. It's going to keep you focused. It's going to keep you organized. Make sure you miss any dates. And so say you don't want to hire somebody, a great transaction management system is you can use tools like SkySlope or Trello, where you can create for instance, Trello, you can create a template board for every time you have a transaction on the buyer side. Here are the things that I need to hit. And there's a checklist, so you can go right down the list and make sure you cover every single thing rather than just be like, oh my God, where am I in this process? No, it's already in there. You took the time up front. You probably heard me say this before. Slow down to speed up. You create the checklist once, then now it's documented, like I said before, and it's now your system. Every time you have a transaction, you go back to that template checklist, you change it, maybe you copy it and say, like, all right, now this is 123 Main Street, and you know exactly what you need to do, right? Order inspection, get the appraisal, et cetera, et cetera. That is again, number 2, transaction management is that system that you want to put in place first and foremost in order to elevate your career and get you going where you need to go. System number 3 is marketing, right? And I'm going to just automate your social media. That's a great way to create a system immediately. I'm using Buffer quite a bit, right? And so that allows me on Monday morning, I wake up and I've got 6 hours ahead of you guys on the East Coast, but I get up in the morning and I say, all right, what are the videos and the posts that I want to put on for the entire week? And so I just bunch it, right? I batch it right together, and I'm like, all right, now I've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday all set up on one day. It's a system that I'm using, right? I put it in and then set it and I forget it. And what's that allow me to do? The rest of the week, I can go ahead and prospect. That's literally why you want a system. So it frees you up to do the things you do best. Go ahead and sell real estate. The other system you can set up on the marketing side of things is, again, the 33 touch, right? Again, in your CRM, you set it up front. That's the lead generation and follow-up. But with your CRM, you can set up a 33 touch campaign. So it's reminding you, like, hey, here are the times I got to touch base with my clients, but you're automating their birthdays, your anniversaries, sending out your newsletter. Again, that's a system that once you set it up initially, you go and set it and forget it. Okay, number 4 is enhancing client communications, especially post-closing, right? Literally, it's gonna come back again, the CRM. That's why I emphasize it so much, because you get to use that technology tool to set up multiple systems. So if you don't have your CRM, it's all starts with that. Go back and do that. But client communications, the biggest one is not only during the process, right? So we've hit transaction management, but what people forget is the post-closing. The majority of clients get orphaned by their agents is because they don't have a system to follow up with their clients. So think about in your CRM, beautiful system that you could set up a campaign where it changes it. Like once you change their status from client to close, set up a campaign that sends you a reminder, right? Every month to at least check in. What a beautiful system, right? All it is a campaign you put in with a task reminder. Hey, Joe Smith, I changed them from pending to closed in my CRM, and automatically the system kicks in your campaign, then sends you a reminder every month, like, hey, touch base with them. Say, hello, how's the house treating you, right? Hey, it's the 1-year anniversary of your purchase. Send them a gift. These are great systems from a client communication standpoint that are easy to implement. It will literally take you 10 minutes to go into your CRM, create a template campaign called post-closing client, and it should work so that as you change the status from, pending client or client to close, it'll automatically put them in that campaign. Okay, simple system, and it's important because we don't want to orphan our clients. You want them to come back to you every 5 to 6 years and think about you like, hey, now I'm ready to sell. Which again reminds me of another technique from client communications. Once you close a house, all these CRMs have these seller market reports, right? Or valuation reports. Set them up on those. It'll send them an email once a quarter, for instance. It says, here's what's going on in your neighborhood. Here's the valuations of how homes. This is what's sold. Here's what's active. Again, that's where you get the come list me calls. I'm living proof of it. I've gotten 3 of them in the last month where they're like, hey, you know what? You've been sending me this report for the last 7-8 years. I'm now ready to sell my house. Again, simple system that I set up years ago that's still working for me almost a decade later. Well, there you go. 4 areas where you can implement systems right away and just make your life so much easier. By implementing systems, you're going to make yourself less stressed, more organized, and frankly, just more efficient. So you can elevate your business career at a much better clip. Here's a bonus tip. You can implement these systems, and you shouldn't try to implement these systems within a week or a month. Give yourself some grace, right? I do quarterly rocks. I've sort of mentioned this on my prior videos. Pick one of these systems and give yourself 3 months to execute and put it in, and work on it Friday mornings. That's what I did. I would block off Friday mornings, and it doesn't have to be the whole morning, maybe an hour or two, to just work on the business rather than in the business. And I would block that off, and that was sacred time. Like, hey, I'm doing this because this ultimately is going to serve me and my family better by implementing these systems. But there you go. Thank you so much again for tuning in. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And more importantly, again, my calendar link is in the video description. Go ahead and schedule a free strategy session. I'm happy to help you on this topic or any other real estate related topic. Until next time, go out there and cause and create miracles. Have a great day.